BookTube, it's Missy. It's hot. Today I'm here to share with you guys my Bout of Books 14 wrap-up along with the, weekly wrap-up number 33 because they are the same. I had 4 books on my list. I got through definitely 2 of them and the other ones I almost completed. Maybe not quite. We'll get there. The first book that I read for the Bout of Books was A Blue So Dark by Holly Schindler. This is a dark contemporary about a girl named Aura who has to take care of her mom who has schizophrenia. Her dad left the family when she was 12, and so for the last 3 years she's been trying to cope by herself with her mom as she slowly starts to lose her mind. It was very sad and emotional. I didn't cry or anything, but it was very raw. Seeing it through the perspective of a teenager and having to have her deal with all of the repercussions that happens with her mom becoming more and more sick. I mean, her mom still has a job and she's working, but Aura has to sit in the back of her class, or at least sit outside and watch through the window to make sure her mom is on task and not losing it during her session. And then she has to bail her out if that does occur, and she has to worry about her mom not paying the bills or not going shopping. And then she also has a side job just in case that I think the person that she works for pays her under the table. But it's so heartbreaking, and she has no friends. It's just sad. It's just sad. She doesn't want to get close to anybody because she doesn't want anyone to know that her mom is sick. And she's really resentful of her father for leaving in the first place and then starting a new family because he doesn't want to deal with it anymore. And it's just, it was very insightful because, you do get to see the aspect of what it's like to have to be not the person going losing it, but the family watching the person losing it, and it was just really sad. So yeah, I liked it. I gave it 4 stars, I think. If I had to compare this one to Neil Shusterman's Challenger Deep, I like that one a bit more because it had more of a magical realism to it. I gave that book 5 stars, but this one was just too real and it made me sad, and so I gave it 4 stars. The next book I completed was the one that was sent to me by the author, and this is Larry Chovaka. What is the title? The Life of Larry Chovaka so far. This is 72 pages of just weirdness. I gave this book 3 stars. I would recommend this book if you would like a deeper meaning or a deeper message in all the fantastical elements of this book, but it was just so crazy. Let me just, I don't even know how to explain it. Let me just start from the beginning. Larry Chovaka is born in Moscow, Russia, and at 1 year old, he can already speak, write, do experimental things, and he's got projects going on. He can do math. No 1 year old can do that. So obviously this is fantastical and completely wrong. And then when he's 5, he goes to kindergarten and he is being picked on by a bunch of kindergarten bullies. And he goes, well, you don't know how to do algebra. And so they beat him up to the point where he's almost in a coma. He's so beat up. Maybe that happens in Russia, but oh my gosh, 5-year-olds kicking the crap out of each other over the fact that they can't do math. Very strange. And then Larry goes to a homeschool kind of thing, but out in the wilderness, and he's taught by a beast man, and there are animals there who are also learning even though they can't speak English. So again, very, very strange, completely unrealistic, but I like the fact that it talks about never giving up, going and doing what you want to, following your dream, making sure that you're humble during the whole time. It's okay to fail. A lot of the times during this book, Larry Chovaka got, started something and then lost all of his money, but that didn't hinder him from his dream, and he continued on becoming a meteorologist and making a living out of it. So it's such a hard book to explain, but I tell you seriously, if you want to read kind of like an allegory, is that what they're called when you read a book and it has a message at the end, then this is definitely a good one for you, because it's definitely fantastical and strange, but there's a true message throughout the whole thing, and I enjoyed reading it. So thank you, Brandon. Alright, the next book that I read, I will leave a picture here because I had to return it to the library, and that was Gumption by Nick Offerman. Now, I got 75% through this book before I had to return it to the library because it was on hold because it's just so popular, making me sad. I will do a full review on this book by itself because I really want to talk about it in a later video once I get the ebook version so I can finish the 25% that I didn't get to read. It's a nonfiction. It's not like a comical like memoir or anything. It's definitely a historical nonfiction where you learn a whole bunch of stuff from the past and all these different people from the present, and it's so good. And again, I'll explain it more later in detail. And then the last book that I picked up during the Bout of Books is Moby Dick, or The Whale by Herman Melville, and I have gotten 59 pages. I was planning on reading 100 pages a day, and this book isn't even that difficult to get through, but I just keep picking up other books because I own this one and my library books are due and I have to read them. But so far I am enjoying it. I have put a couple quotes from the book on my Goodreads. It is actually funny, which I was completely taken aback because I thought it was going to be, you know, this angry Ishmael trying to get a whale. But since I'm only 59% in, 59, I'm only 9 chapters in, which is 59 pages in, so I'm sure I'll get to that. But so far, he's, you know, happy-go-lucky kind of guy. Alright, and let me share with you guys the 2 books that I purchased this week. The first one being Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. Just love the cover, okay? Love it, love it. Look. Oh, look. Miss Havisham, is that her name? Havisham. That's her wedding cake with the cobwebs. I love this book. I read this in high school, and I think I've read it like 3 or 4 times since then, but look how floppy. I love it when they're floppy. It's just so easy to read. I love this edition. This is from the Vintage Classics, and yeah. So there. Alright, and then this was my pre-order. I know what this is. Let me show you now. I wanted to open it yesterday, but I contained myself. Alright, oh my gosh, it's a beast. Okay, here's the beast. And, yes. Finally, people, Lair of Dreams, the sequel to The Diviners by Libba Bray. It is as massive as the first one. I am so excited to read this book. There's the... Oh, at least it's got the little sun still. I really wish it had the pretty sun that the first one has. And yeah, but it still has the same... Let me show you. It still has the same chapter headings. So that's nice. I can't wait to dive back into this world of 1920s slang and paranormal ghostly murderers. So yeah, very exciting. Share with you guys what I'm reading currently. So I'm currently reading, obviously, Moby Dick. And then I started The Dead I Know by Scott Gardner, I think yesterday. I am currently... Well, I have that much left to go, so about 30, I don't know. I'm so bad at percentages. I want to say I have like 25% left. Maybe. I don't know. It's a very short book. So I need to get that. And then on September 3rd, these two books are due at the library. So we have The Cage by Megan Shepherd, and we have The Illusionarium by Heather Dixon. So I have to read both of these before they are due at the library, or I will cry. I am excited because they are both really pretty. This is an alien kind of book about humans being captured and put in a cage. And then this one is a steampunk, I can't remember. Maybe it's an alternate London. I can't remember. Or time travel. Not sure. I'm excited. This one's a little bit shorter than the other one, so I'll probably start with this one first. But yes, looking forward to it. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys very soon. I'm going to start the bookshelf tour right after this. So I'll talk to you soon.